Port of Miami, important. Ain't got nothing to lose. This is Portland family.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. We're going to talk to our guy, Christos Tsaltas, here in just a second. But first, Marcos, can you give us a weather update from the Desmond and Dover Law Firm, your accessattorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them at 866-954-MORE.
Oh, yeah. I got it's beautiful outside. No planes. I don't see any planes.
Is that a technical term?
Planes flying. Yes, it is indeed. All the real weather experts use beautiful outside.
I love it.
And we're looking at 79 or something. I don't know, dude. I'm just gonna guess that right there. Not too windy. I don't see trees moving. Solana, do you see trees moving? No trees moving.
Solana's there early.
Solana is there early because he's getting ready for his All-Star appearance. So, you know, the NHL All-Star thing. I think he's gonna be over there. Are you gonna be over there? Is that why you're here so early? He's actually folding his hands down. He wants to start the interview, guys. He wants to see Christos. Right?
Fair enough. Let's get to the legend himself, all right? Let's get to him. Let's go to the Toyota of Hollywood guest line. Shop over 1,500 Toyotas indoors in one of America's largest showrooms at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood and Sheridan. He covers the NBA for SDNA Greece. He is a sensation, and we love talking to him. It is great to have him back on the show. Christos Tsaltas joining us here. What's going on, Christos?
Hello. How are you?
It's good, buddy. Thanks for making time for us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. Always a pleasure.
Dude, I always ask this when I did morning drive about sleep. They always ask me, hey, when do you sleep? You know, you're going to Heat games, you're getting up early. This goes a different level for you, man, because I was like, I'm going to ask if he can come on the show, but, like, you were up watching – like, were you watching were you watching Giannis by last night? Because it's like 4 a.m. there, dude. Like, when are you able to sleep after watching all this basketball?
Actually, when Giannis started, it was 5 a.m. here in Greece, and the game finished almost 7:30 a.m. And after the game, yeah. But to be honest, I watched the first half of the game.
All right, there you go. Got a little slumber in there, man.
Yeah.
Christos, you know, we know you love Bam. Bam has had a fantastic year. What was your reaction to him making his second All-Star team?
Finally, the defensive player of the year is an All-Star. For me, it's case closed that Bam is the defensive player of the year.
How, like, do you feel like he gets the respect he deserves, Christos? I was getting upset about this last hour. I just feel like even still, people, I know he got the respect from the coaches, he got the respect from the players, but to see where he was in the fan voting and still some of the media pundits, how do you feel Bam is received all over the world with the respect that he gets?
Maybe he hasn't the attention that he deserves, but game by game, performance by performance, I think he earned the respect. As the season goes on, he earned the respect.
What do you think has been the thing that's impressed you the most about him this year, like as far as improvements concerned?
The consistency that he brings to the table, especially on offensive end, because he's so good on the defensive end, but on offensive end he did so many things. He can shoot he can put on his arsenal his mid-range shot that he's really good. He can run the floor. He has the same intensity on both ends, and that's really impressive by any means.
What was the biggest snub from yesterday's All-Star game? You look around, it was a tough year, man. There was a lot of good players, a lot of guys deserving. Did one stick out to you, or a couple stick out to you in particular, of those who didn't make the All-Star team?
Yeah, De'Aaron Fox was the biggest snub by far. He does the best season of his career. The Sacramento Kings are a winning team finally, but he didn't select as an All-Star, and I think that was the biggest snub. Bigger than James Harden or Anthony Edwards or Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I agree with that. They've been awesome this year, and you know, I get it. Like Sabonis maybe gets more of the headlines than Fox does, but that's tough. You feel like the Kings have been waiting this long to be this good for a while. How do you not give the respect to those guys?
Yeah, I think the Kings earn the respect as a team, but I think Fox should be an All-Star. But there were so many players, and Jaren Jackson was really good this season, and it was so. I think he deserved to be an All-Star, but the selection was so tough.
Absolutely. We're talking to Christos Tsaltas, SDNA Greece. What's it been like, man, covering like since we talked to you when you were like blowing up in the bubble and you were on all these Zooms, you're still doing it. Like you're still trying to cover this sport from half a world away. Have you has the embrace still been the same? Have you loved it even more now that some of the players even know you more? What's the experience been like in that?
The passion is the same year by year. It's something that I choose, and I really love to cover NBA games. And this season in Paris, I had the opportunity to cover in person my first NBA game. So it was a blessing moment for me, and I will not stop. To be honest, I will not stop. I really love to watch NBA games after midnight, and I will continue to do this.
You went to the ones in Paris, right? Like that was they came over. Was it the Bulls and the Pistons? Is that who was over there?
Yeah.
That was all. So what was that? What was that like to you, man? Was that like a dream come true? That all of a sudden, like to get a chance to do that in person?
For sure, it was a dream. Yeah, but the biggest dream is to travel to the United States to watch a game, Miami Heat maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, that's got to happen. Like, there's no doubt. At first stop, it feels like it has to. Is the Heat like? Is that the team? And I mean, no favorites. I understand you got to cover everybody, but like, is that the players there? They really do. I can tell you personally from being in the room. They love when you get on there, man. Like you bring a smile to everybody's face when they get to hear your questions, your coverage from it. Are they your favorite team to get to cover?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they always get. They're very excited about that. What's out there, Christos, right now that is impressing you the most in the league? I think outside of Miami, who's the person that just has you like shaking your head every night with how impressive they've been?
Well, the Sacramento Kings are the most impressive team in my eyes because they turned from a losing team to a winning team, a playoff caliber team, and the way they are playing is really impressive. Kevin Herter was a huge acquisition for them. He shot over with 40% from behind the arc, and it's really impressive. It's Mike Brown's job is it's great in Sacramento, and for me, it's the most fun to watch team.
Do you think that
the Sacramento Kings?
Do you think that they can like actually do something in the playoffs this year? Because I think everybody is pretty stunned how high they are right now in the West.
Well, the first thing for them is to advance to the playoffs, and then everything can happen. But if they will have a home court advantage, that in my eyes it's a little bit difficult because the good teams, the favorites in the West, they will raise their level after the All-Star break, and I think the Sacramento Kings maybe they will be in 6th or 5th seed in the West.
What have been your impressions, not just of band, but of the Heat? This has been a kind of roller coaster season. It got off to a very slow start. What have you made about them? You've covered them close for a lot of years. Do you think that this Heat team has, the ability to compete in the East, or do you feel that they need to make a trade? Is it just a case of coming together? What have been your impressions of Miami so far this year?
To be honest, this season reminds me a lot the 2020-21 season from the Miami Heat. A lot of ups and downs, a lot of inconsistency on offensive end, but they are unpredictable. They can beat everybody and they can lose from everybody. And to be honest, I expected to see more from Nikola Jovic, the rookie, because his potential is really high, and I didn't see so much from him so far in the season. But maybe a trade before the trade deadline can help and can raise the level of the team a lot.
Did you hear anything about him coming in, Christos? Like, was there buzz about him over in Europe at all? Because I remember speaking with him at Media Day. He comes in with a different mentality because the international players kind of taken over the league. So he comes in with a different confidence. He's running into some health things, but like, was there a lot of buzz around him coming into the NBA draft? Because I don't think many Heat fans heard about him until he was selected.
Yeah, it's normal for me, but Jovic has the talent, and he always has the confidence because he's starting his career in the same place that Nikola Jokic started his career too. And in this place, everybody who plays for Mega, the team in Serbia, has a great potential to be a good player. And in Europe there's always an interest about Jovic's progress, but so far we didn't see so much from him. There's aware about his condition.
Look, man, we appreciate you giving us some time, dude. Thank you so much for spending it with us. I'm sure you'll be locked in tomorrow because you got a Greek Freak tomorrow against the Heat, a big matchup, Heat and Bucks. So thanks for spending some time with us, Christos. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
There you go. Christos Tsaltas, Estine Greece. You guys can go follow him on social media. Christos is at, let me get you his handle, Tsaltas46. That's TSALTAS 46. The man, the legend. That is, oh, hello, Dan Day.